Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lewis Pugh. I'm an endurance swimmer and the United Nations Patron of the Oceans. Over a period of 35 years, I've seen our oceans change dramatically. Three things have come together to create a perfect storm: climate change, overfishing, and plastic pollution. Our next inductee has worked tirelessly to build the sport of open water swimming and also to protect our precious oceans. As he says, those of us who use the oceans, swimmers, kayakers, paddlers, divers, sailors, we have a special responsibility to protect the oceans and all the magnificent wildlife that live in our oceans. Now, Doug Woodring, he hails from California, but he lives in Hong Kong. In 2010, he formed the ocean charity Ocean Recovery. They work tirelessly now to tackle the scourge of plastic pollution. They educate the public and they work with governments and businesses to find solutions to keep our waters clean. He's also created a very large open water swimming community in Hong Kong to spearhead this movement. He's also created some of the longest swims in Asia: the Clean Half, the Cold Half, and the Sheko Challenge. And in 2009, the United Nations appointed him as a climate hero. And so it gives me great honour and privilege to welcome Doug Woodring as an honour administrator into the International Marathon Swimming Hall of Fame. Doug, congratulations.
Great introduction. I'm sitting here in Hong Kong. I wish I was live to be receiving this amazing award. I never expected to get it, but I really have to thank Steve Munatones and Ned Denison and the whole swimming community who I've been around my whole life. UC Berkeley, my high school coach, as we called him, Papa Gorick. Of course, my parents and the water. I live in a place where there's a lot of islands. It's warm most of the year, but there weren't a lot of open water swims in Asia. When I got here, I've been living here 25 years. And one of the couple things that really motivated me to do this were, one, the lack of good open water challenges here, but two, the amazing beauty of the coastline and the rocks and the islands of Hong Kong and the warm water. And the other angle was the pollution. Sadly, there is a bit of pollution in this part of the world in the water. The scariest thing that can ever happen to you, aside from a real shark, is when you're swimming at a great pace through the ocean and a plastic bag comes right into your face. And you really do think that it's a big animal with teeth. So one of our races we had called the Clean Half. That's because it's the clean half of Hong Kong Island. And we know that based on the winds, every 6 months it changes. So 6 months of the year, half of the side is better than the other half and vice versa. And so we've been running races here for 15 years, some of the longest marathon swims in Asia, which are both solo and relays. Ned's done 2 of them and had records in both. The cold half is for the cold water swimmers who want to train for something like the English Channel and other big channel races. And the clean half, which is more of a warm water race. But it was the first time any relay races have been done in Asia. And I got inspired from that, from the Maui Channel crossing. I said, wow, how great is it to be swimming with 5 or 6 people on a team over 10 miles instead of just one. And it became a whole social event. We even created the world's first carbon neutral swim race, where we use 6-man outrigger canoes as the support boat instead of a smelly motorboat. And some of you who swim behind the fumes of motorboats would know what I'm talking about. So, you know, the swimming world has brought so much to me and people around me and the people I've met. And what we've been trying to do with the NGO that I have run for more than 10 years, Ocean Recovery Alliance, is to bring the swimmers and the athletes who use the water, who like to train and compete and recreate in the water, to help spread the message. We're at the front line of seeing whether the water is clean or not clean. And so through sports, we can convey that message to the rest of our peers and friends and family in the cities who don't get to see it so much, and hopefully be the ambassadors for protecting the ocean. So I think there's a huge angle for bringing sports and the environment together. And the more we can do that, the better. So it's not for, Steve really supported us on our swims in Asia the whole time and always wrote about them. And that got other people around the world to know about our races. And we've had people from probably 15 different countries coming to do some of these swims, and a lot of local swimmers. Obviously, once open water swimming became an Olympic sport in the Beijing Olympics, it brought a lot of local talent into the ocean, which didn't used to exist, because people used to think, the grandparents and the parents would say, oh, the water's too dirty, there's too many sharks out there, you can't go in. They'd never let their kids go in the open water. And that's changing now. So, if it's not for events like this with the International Marathon Swimming Hall of Fame to give recognition to the racers and the organizers and the competitors and the friends and family, that really helps to propagate the whole sport for all of us. So thank you so much for choosing me. And I hope that we can all meet together very soon in the water, under the water, above the water, doesn't matter. Maybe at the next event for the next Marathon Swimming Hall of Fame conference. And hopefully we'll see some of you at some of our races in Asia. Thank you.